You've tuned into the Rev Up Podcast, broadcasting straight from Ducati Sanford in sunny central Florida. We're not just talking motorcycles, we're diving deep into the brilliant minds of business leaders, entrepreneurial pioneers, speed demons on the track, influential game changers, and downright rad people crushing this game called life. Let's rev up.
Welcome back to the Rev Up Podcast. I'm Nate, and we got Ducati Dave here. So this is episode number 2, and we're really excited because we got Matias Aznar here. He is a awesome customer. He's part of the Ducati Sanford family. He's purchased bikes from us. He's a local businessman. He owns Einstein Insurance and Investments. And we just wanted to get him on the pod and have a conversation. He does some really cool events out in Orlando with cars and coffee and bikes and bike events, and he's doing some pretty rad stuff. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so I guess we can kind of start off with a little bit of an intro with Matias, and
then
go
we'll
from
go
there.
into the recap of the party, maybe. Or
Yeah.
So
Sounds
let's
good.
do. Yeah. So first of all, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This is our second episode, so it's going to be kind of funny and different. We're still new to it, so welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and what you do and how you got into motorcycles.
So I've been riding motorcycles since I was a little kid, maybe 12, 13 years old. I couldn't even reach the ground when I started, but here we are 30 some years later. It's one of those things that I just like doing. It's you time, it's freedom, it's speed, it's weather, it's no distractions. So to me, it's more of a one-on-one time when I want to escape the world, let's say it that way. So I've been riding forever. I've been riding here in Central Florida for 30 some years.
Oh, wow.
So I've watched the city grow, and you got more places to ride and better rides, and then you guys come along and organize these rides. It makes it just even better. Anyways,
I appreciate that.
No problem. So I live in Orlando. I'm an insurance agent. I'm an independent agent, so I work with several companies at the same time, and I specialize in a little bit of everything. So I do personal insurance, commercial insurance, workers' comp, buildings, homes, you name it. Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it since I can possibly remember, maybe 20, 25 years ago. So I've followed this career, and it has taken me to good places, let's say it that way.
That's awesome.
So so I'm from Orlando. Sometimes I do events. It's cars and motorcycles business mixer. I do it with my good friend Francisco with One Creative Media.
And he's one of our customers as well. He's bought a couple bikes.
He's another Ducati lover, let's say it that way. So sometimes we do these events. We come up with a place, couple of sponsors. The reason why we do these events is so everybody can network. So mostly business network. Anybody can bring whatever you want to bring, your bike, your car, and your business.
Yeah.
And obviously meet potential clients, have some exposure, and you pay nothing out of pocket. Everything free. You get in for free, spectators for free, people that bring their vehicles are free, and businesses are free.
That's usually unheard of. Normally, Festival of Speed, all these different ones, the consumer has to pay, and so does the dealership. The
spectators and
they
everybody.
all have to pay. So it's kind of refreshing to see something that
we do it for
free.
fun. For us, it's a fun. We are people person. We're motorcycle people. We're car people. So it's an opportunity for us to use, let's say, our connections to bring people together.
Yes.
And have a good time for a few hours. You don't have to be thinking how much I'm going to spend to get in or what is it going to take. Just show up, bring your ride, park somewhere, have fun, talk to people, and just relate.
That's really cool.
Most of the times we have, restaurants that throw in drinks or people that bring gift certificates and stuff. It's totally optional. If that's what they want to do, we'll raffle it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The last time we did one at a BMW repair shop, they raffled a 65-inch TV, and one of the spectators won it.
No way.
A guy that was just walking by, he's like, let me just check this out, grab a ticket, and he won it. So it's good for everybody. Let's say.
It's funny you bring this up because we did a bikes, cars, and coffee mixer with a local gym, a CrossFit gym. And we went there, and it was a pretty small gathering, but I can't believe how many business connections were made if that small
I was
group.
actually there.
So
yeah, you were there. The picture we have.
I was
you
actually
there.
there.
we had people coming back to to us to buy bikes. We had riders in the club, customers of ours, signing up at the gym. We had a guy, one of our customers is a printer. He prints just any type of printing you can think of. He hooked up with a roofer that was at the event. Now he's doing printing for the roofer.
Exactly.
The roofer made a connection. I mean, it was just like, it was one thing after another. And I was like, this is a
And it'll continue going.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll continue
and one
going.
of our employees bought from one of the gentlemen, Devin. So like everything goes like full circle with that.
I think when you do events like that or meetups or whatever you call it, and you don't put pressure on people, this is exactly what happens.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
right.
You get customer referrals, which at the end of the day is what you want. I get customer referrals because at the end of the day, that's what I want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But we didn't force any of this process.
Right.
And I think by connecting, it's either by the bikes or the cars or whatever it is, you create that bond with people that you normally you wouldn't meet.
Right.
But then you have an opportunity there.
Yes.
So that's what this is all about.
And I actually have your business cards on my
I
desk.
have yours in my truck.
Yeah. And so when most of ours, when we have to go through certain finance companies, they have to have their insurance and stuff. So I go, give them a call, see what's up. So as many people as you send us, I do the same for you. I try my best. You know what I mean?
That's the way I think it should work. You know what I mean?
When you can collaborate with other businesses, we're finding out
Completely
that it's
free,
just
no
like,
strings, no nothing.
Yeah, it's so much better. It just comes natural.
Exactly.
And there's no pressure, like you said.
Exactly.
It's
and I think
really-
everybody has a good time. At the end of the day, everybody's there. Like the one that you're talking about, the CrossFit. Everybody went there. We had a great time.
Yeah.
I met people there that I still talk to today. So to me, I'm a people person, and this is what I do most of the day. So talking to new people, meeting new friends, and going on rides or helping them fix a bike or whatever the case might be, I think that's what we're here for.
Yeah, yeah. And one of my favorite pictures is the one that they took of you there, which
That's-
is really
that's
cool.
one of-
He's sitting on
that's
his
one of my
B4,
favorite pictures,
and he's
too.
just sitting there on the bike with the tinted windscreen. Like he just looked tough, and you'll see it on the screen in a little bit.
That was
so.
a picture that he took like that. He's like, "You want to do a pose?" And I'm like, "Okay." It actually came out pretty
It
good.
really did.
It came out
It
pretty
really
good.
was.
I
It was
have a bunch of pictures of me riding. I mean, you can't compare a normal person with a photographer. Number one,
Correct.
he has the skills. So I never had a good picture of me, and I use that picture all the time. It's like,
When you call my phone, that's what shows up. So it's pretty cool. So and you got a chance to come to our party.
correct.
That we had at 73
Correct.
Moto on Saturday night.
Great
What did
party.
you think of that? And thank you for Nate for doing that for us.
Hey,
that
man.
was amazing.
I think it was a great. Overall, it was a success. Let's say it that way. Everybody showed up. We all had a great time. It's a very nice place, and I think what they can develop out of it, it's even better.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very
Especially
much.
in this area.
Yeah.
Something different, something fresh. That's what we all look for. But overall, I think it was a great night.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you came.
Yeah, I appreciate the invitation. I was gonna ride all the way there, and then I got caught in like 3 storms, and I said I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, but we were there.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. We had a couple people ride over. One came from Merritt Island, who's kind of a big deal, who didn't have to come all the way from Merritt Island in the rain on his Street Fighter and came there and hung out with us. And that was really cool. So we really appreciate everybody that
Are
came
you
out.
talking about the Slipknot guy?
I am. James Root from Slipknot. I wasn't trying to throw his name out there. No, I'm just kidding. But dude, he just hung out like, everybody else. It wasn't about who he was
No.
what he had. It was about celebrating you guys and us for,
And the brand and the bikes and,
Yeah,
and,
and
the
for-
experience.
for winning this little
Believe
thing.
it or not, some people like riding in the rain, including me.
I don't mind.
I just don't like riding in the rain with traffic.
Yes, yeah.
You
And
know,
at night,
if it's me in the highway, it don't matter. I'll drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a nice ride, but yeah, I think everybody came together that night.
Yeah, no, it was great. I love the fact
Should do a
that
celebration
everybody
once a
showed up.
month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
right.
should. We need to do
I
more
like
of
that.
those. And it goes back to collaborating with others. We got with that 73 Moto months ago,
Yeah.
kind of talking with them, and they opened up their place to us and helped us put that together.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing. Everyone had a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was.
I think that's a
it was
great
definitely
connection.
fun.
The place is nice. It could develop into something.
They have
Permanent.
big plans.
They
They
have
have
big
big
plans.
plans.
I talked to them when I was there, and I was like, "This is far, but this could work."
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I like the atmosphere in there. It felt like old school, cell phones, like 'cause the way they made it kind of dark, right? You couldn't really take pictures.
No.
So nobody really was like they were more enjoying themselves. Nobody was on their phones, like trying to get pictures of everybody. They had the photographer, and a lot of their pictures didn't come out because it was too dark.
Yeah.
And you could actually enjoy yourself. You didn't have to worry about anything. And it wasn't everybody on social media, oh, look where I am. At the end, of course, we got to enjoy that. But that's what I like. That vibe was cool. That place is cool.
Yeah.
Like you guys said, there's big
It's got a good
plans.
feeling to it.
It does. It's like us. They treat you like we want to treat people. You know, treat them like you want to be treated.
Right.
And that's what I like about that. You know what I mean? It's a really great place to hang out on Thursday nights. We haven't opened the floodgates yet because they're not ready yet. As soon as they're ready, then it's going to be this insane bike night.
Good.
So
Come in.
have fun. Yeah.
Have you had the opportunity to ride with our club yet? Like,
Yeah.
are you involved in the club? Okay,
yeah,
good.
You actually have a story about that. Kind of.
A couple of them.
Yeah, a couple of them.
The last one,
Yeah.
my bike broke down. Well, it didn't break down. It was my fault. I worked on it, and obviously, we're all humans.
Oh, dude.
Forgot to put Loctite on the shifter bolt, and the shifter bolt came off.
No, not on a Ducati.
Yeah.
No, you don't think it like rattles
Imagine
and
not
jakes?
being able to shift, right?
Yes.
So this is Sanford, 1:00 in the afternoon. I'm riding in a tank top, 100 degrees outside, and I'm stuck on the side of the road.
Yeah, that was rough. But one of the guys stayed with you.
One of the guys I met on the ride, Ray, he stayed with me. We somehow put the bike in third gear, and I rode it third gear into the closest auto parts, bought the bolt, Loctite, put it back on, and continued my day. I learned how to fix a ride, a bike on the side of the road.
Yeah.
when everything's closed on a Sunday. Who would have figured, right?
And that wasn't the best experience, but we have had some good ones on the rides and stuff like that. But
we continue on. Now we learn.
Yeah, no, we're glad you guys come. You and Francisco are a big part of us and always are sharing like anything that we post or that we talk about. A lot of our majority is getting shared by you and Francisco. So we do appreciate
what
you
we
guys.
can.
You guys are great.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And then there is an upcoming DOC ride.
Yeah, November 18th to New Smyrna.
Okay.
So that looks really cool. They're going to stay in the night there. Originally, they were going to do a bonfire on the beach, but apparently something happened. But they're still going to go to the beach, hang out. It's just kind of a cool, small family thing. Anybody's welcome. I kind of wish we could have done the fire there. Would have been neat, but I guess we were too
We could
late
do the
for
fire
that.
at the dealership.
Oh, God.
Bigger, better.
Bigger, better.
Let's
bigger,
burn a
better.
Harley.
Yeah. Oh, God. We do like all bikes, but yes, right?
Isn't that in Daytona where they like hang a bike from a tree or
That's
something
what
like
I
that?
mean.
Oh,
That's what I
really?
mean.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like a tree or that they like hang a bike from.
So what was your experience at the party? How did you get it?
I had a blast, man. I mean, it was like cool just mingling with everybody, like outside the dealership, being able to kind of loosen up a little bit and just kind of have some fun with people. And the food was good, the drinks were good, hospitality. I mean, it was just overall.
It's crazy how you meet people that have the same interests, but they're, other than that, you would never meet them anywhere else.
Yeah.
Doctors, lawyers, surgeons, business owners,
Rock stars.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think to me, that's the best part.
It was a really good mix of people. Like the mix was cool.
And it was no like fighting,
No
nothing
stress.
crazy.
Not yet. Look at David.
No, it's just we always there's always
Security.
something. There's always something.
The last
you know?
podcast, the first one, he told us how he was in a bar fight.
Oh,
so,
right, yeah.
So
He hired a good friend of mine that was a manager in Chicago, right? And the funny thing is our guy, our main dude that helps us with this whole podcast, he gives us these little micro, posts, that we're supposed to post. And here's the little clip of me trying to explain the story of how I met my buddy Alex, that was a manager at Longwood for him, in a bar fight in Chicago in the snow in a place I'd never been to.
That's crazy.
And we've been friends ever since. So talk about motorcycles bringing people together. It's kind of funny. But it's, how drinking, parties, all that stuff happens.
3
you know what
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Of
so
course.
I was really proud that everybody,
behave themselves.
Yeah, they were cool. They were really cool.
It was cool.
So,
So we're gonna do some more. We're gonna do some more events at Moto 73,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
73 Moto,
73 Moto.
and just work with those guys and collaborate
Absolutely.
with them. So
Absolutely.
it's been pretty cool.
Looking forward to it.
You got an event coming up.
Yes.
We're working with you in December sometime, right?
December 10th, 10 o'clock in the morning, is at the St. Cloud Marina. We're going to do the first cars, motorcycle, and boats business mixer.
That's cool.
So I don't know much about it. Francisco is the one in charge of all this stuff, but I know they're going to close down the boat ramp, and we're going to be there. So we have a couple of big people coming up,
That's really cool.
and we're looking forward. So December 10th, St. Cloud Marina, look it up.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. I'm gonna bring the truck and the tent and some
Very
bikes and
nice.
hang out and meet people.
I'm gonna bring some bikes too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really
Yeah.
excited, man.
So
That's cool.
if you're in the area, come over.
And we're gonna do more with you next year as well
Yeah.
too. So that's gonna be really cool. And then we also have the toy ride gonna be coming up in
Yes.
December.
Yeah, we're doing a toy run. So
Which we did last year.
Yeah, we did it last year. I think it's December 9th. Maybe the 19th.
It might-
we
yeah.
should have our
We
dates.
should have the facts.
That one.
Maybe
I'll be
people-
honest. We do have our. But that one I
Yeah.
kind of threw at him to see if he'd remember it.
But we work with
Advent
the
Health.
Advent
Yep.
Health Children's Hospital, and last year was epic, man. A ton of people came out. All the kids were there. It was just
It was
like
amazing.
it was an amazing.
I was there.
Oh,
Yeah, you were
Okay.
there. That's right.
Yeah.
We had the 2 trucks full of mine and the other gentleman from the Lincoln place. Then we gave out all the toys and stuff. I thought that was so cool. And I actually, this next year, I don't want to just do it on Christmas. Like, anybody can do it on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do that for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, in the middle of the year or something, just get everybody quietly to kind of give some more
Yeah.
toys and stuff like that. Because, Christmas is Christmas. How about we do something that surprises the...
Correct.
David basically wants Christmas all year
Well,
round.
yeah,
do
no,
too.
I'm that guy.
I do
I'm
too.
that guy.
He's a child at heart.
I am.
He's a,
Oh my
he's
God.
he's a child
I
within
do.
a man's body.
I don't know if you ever see it, but people come into our stores and they have their sons or daughters with them. When we have the little motorcycles, and I always give them away, and I pay for them. And you know what I mean? I literally ask them if I can, the parents if I can give them, something, and they all say yes, and thank God. And I let
And
them
then they walk
pick,
away, they're like,
and
"Who's this creepy
and
guy
They're like,
giving
yeah, and they're
kid
like,
toys?"
I'm calling 911. But no, I am. I'm a big kid, and that's why we ride
That's a
motorcycles.
good
right?
connection for you to have.
And that's why I was thinking that, because of course they're Christmas cool, but these poor kids are going through really rough times in their life. You know what I mean? That if you surprise them with something that they know they're gonna get something for Christmas, well hopefully, but I was thinking maybe just to do like some pop-up kind of surprise, like
Yeah.
get all the club together, talk to Advent Health, say, hey, look, we want to do that, but in the middle of the year or something
Maybe
cool.
find out what
Absolutely.
they like.
Yeah, I really do. I've been thinking a lot about that. So, I don't know.
We'll
Maybe
plan
it'll
it
work, maybe
for
it
sure.
won't.
Yes, absolutely.
So
That was me
I know
putting
we
them on
kind
the
of
spot.
skipped over this. What do you ride a Panigale V4, right?
yeah, 2021 Panigale V4.
Is that the only Ducati you've had, or did you?
No, no.
Tell us a little bit more about what you've.
I
you've
started,
had.
my first Ducati was a 2005 749.
Oh, wow.
So long story short, I had a BMW, a car that it was at the end of the road, right? So this guy wanted to trade it for the Ducati. So I'm like, okay, cool. I never had a Ducati before, but I had many bikes, so let's do it. Beautiful red bike. To make the story short, the 749, I sold it in maybe 2007 to fund my business, what I have now. So when the business started doing better, that's when I met Dave and I said, I'm gonna buy me the Panigale, which is crazy enough, is the first brand new bike I've ever bought.
Really?
I actually have 9 bikes in my garage right now. And the Panigale is the only new one I ever bought. Yeah, I know I have a problem.
Oh, man.
That's what my
and
wife
that
says.
Was,
That was 2 years ago, May 2021.
yeah.
Well, I think it's cool that you used your Ducati to
To fund the business, to fund the
help
Ducati.
invest and kick off your business. And now you have this successful business. You're a successful guy. And it's
I think at the moment it was
the
more of a-
Ducati bike.
Right, yeah.
Was a stepping stone.
It was.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
Back then, those bikes were, I think it was like 7 or 8 grand, but we're talking almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
that was significant money. So for me to come up with, I never wanted to sell my bike, but it did what it was supposed to do. It got me to the next step. And then the
Yes.
next step, when I was able to buy the new one, I was like, let's just go. And then I started just buying other ones. I have 2003 999. I have a 2005 999. And I have a couple of Ninjas, a couple of TL1000s, a couple of GSXRs, just whatever I can find.
That's amazing.
Buy them, fix them, make them pretty again, and just ride them. Then when my friends say, hey, my bike's down, just come over here, pick one. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
That's what I
because
do.
I always love doing that when I had family come in. They always want to go for a ride. So I always had that spare kind of, it might not have been the best bike, but at least they could go ride and have fun with me. And they always had that memorable moment.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about bikes.
It's crazy because when I have people come over the house, like visitors and stuff, they're like, let me see your garage. And I'm like,
Wait.
why? And they're like, I heard you got a cool garage. So I opened the garage door and there it is. all nicely painted, floors done like a shop, AC unit in the garage, and all the bikes nice, neatly organized. And they're like, wow.
So you're a little kid at heart too.
I am with a credit card.
With a kid, exactly.
Yeah.
We can afford the things now that we've always wanted.
Yeah.
So, and I had a question though. How did you come across us?
So when I was looking for the Panigale, one of my friends recommended your dealership.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I remember it clearly, because I was hanging out with my oldest son, Damien, and we drove by the dealership. And Oscar, who was the salesperson at the time, Oscar was like, let's just make an appointment and you can ride it. And I was like, you're really going to let me ride it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ride it on the street. And he's like, yeah. So we made an appointment because I was driving by that day. And I came by, we went with Oscar downtown Sanford. We took it for a ride. And when I got back, I said, let's just go for it. It's one of those things that you walk into a dealership and you're like, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
But you're not looking. Right?
Well, have you ever been somewhere that you can actually test ride a motorcycle?
No.
Exactly.
No. I've been to places that I bought cars that I couldn't test drive until I bought it. Right?
Wow.
So a motorcycle, much less, there's a bigger danger level. You can fall down. You can run over somebody.
Right.
It's tricky. But of course, I've been riding for a while, so I wasn't worried about me. It was more of the fact that this is an option.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think it should be an option.
Yes, I agree. It's always been, well, him and I have done this for a long time, and the Euro world is definitely different than the Japanese world. We've never been able to let somebody go for a ride on a 600 or 1000, a cruiser, anything. Yeah. And so it's very refreshing to have them be able to come in and kind of look at you like,
I think that takes the stress out of the transaction to me. In my opinion, you jump on that bike, whatever bike it is. Let's go for a ride, you and me.
Yeah.
Jump on a bike. The moment you come back from that ride, you already made your decision.
Yeah. And the one thing I hate is transactions. I don't do transactions.
More likely that ride is what closed the transaction.
True.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No,
so it did to me.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. For me, this is a family that I built and that I wanted to make. And transactions, to me, are the ones that are just quick, fast, hurry, boom, boom. It is a transaction, yes, a purchase, but it's you never feel like you're pressured, pushed, or anything like that, and able to go on a test ride. So that's what I dig about where we're at in the world that we're in right now. So you've been doing this for a while. Like, have you ever worked at a place that lets you test ride?
No, I had to create it.
It works. It works.
No, it does. It works and it's scary. Like you have to ask all the questions. How long you been riding?
I mean, it's just part of the process. You got to prepare for it, and get everything right. And then if it's worth it, we'll go for a ride. If it's not worth it, we don't go for a ride.
So what made you create it?
I just, it's the gateway drug, man. I mean,
That's true.
You bring them in, and once they can ride that bike and touch and feel it, I mean, there's a very high chance that you're going to close that deal.
I think the moment you jump on that bike, you probably already know if the answer is yes or no.
And we do it in a controlled way too.
Yes.
I mean, we're not out there just letting a guy
take off. When I went on mine, I didn't go on the highway or anywhere fast. We just went for a normal, maybe first, second, third gear. You know what I mean? Which is in reality all you need.
Yeah.
You can do later the other things on your own, but that definitely made a world of a difference.
I actually in previous had lost.
So how many bikes
deals.
can I test ride today?
Whatever you want.
Let's go.
We'll go for a ride.
We'll wrap it up and we'll go ride.
Yeah.
But I guess, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, do business with you, insurance, investment, and how can they get in touch with you?
So the easiest way is my phone, 407-758-9683.
Okay.
Or my website is called nonaquote.com. I live in Lake Nona. I work in Lake Nona. So I couldn't use the name Lake Nona, but I used Nona. So nonaquote.com, reach out to me, whatever you need, whatever I can help you out with, definitely.
And it's Einstein
Insurance, correct.
And investments. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, man. It was a really good
Appreciate
chat.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to doing a lot of riding this year.
Absolutely. December 10th, downtown St. Cloud Marina. We'll see you there.
Awesome.
Bring your ride, bring your bike.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe, follow our channels.
Like them.
Share them.
Share them. Everything.
Blow it up.
Blow it up. Thank you. Rev Up.
Rev Up!